Hello everyone, this is Red with RedDragonLeo.com. It is March the 4th, 2013. This first video will be discussing what my Iranian friend Ali has been kind enough to share with us the information concerning Masonic numbers, symbology, sacred geometry, octave patterns, waves, and how all of these relate to the stock market. I know a lot of you have taken the time to email Ali and ask him more questions, and so he definitely does appreciate that. So feel free to email him for any of those questions. He'll try to share them with you. I really like him. He's a really nice fella, and let's hope and pray that these gangsters do not end up starting a war over there with Iran, where he's at. I believe he's in Tehran, or Tehran, I guess. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but it's the capital city, I believe. So it's the biggest city if it's not the capital. So anyway, he's a teacher there. So we're going to go over a little bit about what he has said here, but basically he definitely agrees with me that the stock market is definitely manipulated, and it is there to deceive you. What he is stating here in this particular post, he is talking about how the elite, or those that are illuminated, or the Illuminati, as we all know them, I just simply call them the gangsters, how they use these numbers for their benefit and manipulate the stock market to the extremes I guess the word I'm looking for is in rhythm with the natural rhythm of these cycles. In other words, they don't go against them, they go with them, these big cycles, and they don't tell us about it. They simply keep this a secret. It is the secret of the Freemasons, which at the very top rank, as we all know, George Bush is one. I'm sure the Rockefeller family is, the Rothschilds and the Vanderbilts and all these other gangsters that rule the world and are pure evil. They are all 33-degree Freemasons, and they hide this information. It's forbidden knowledge, as he has stated right here. They don't want you to know these cycles, and because they are using them against you. So Ali goes into this, and he talks about various people here. He even mentions Nikola Tesla, who actually invented the light bulb, not Thomas Edison, and invented the telephone, not Alexander Graham Bell, as the history books are written by the elite to mislead you. And they wanted to discredit Tesla because Tesla invented free energy. He proved that by putting in an automobile and driving down the road, picking up free electricity from the air. He did this in the early 1900s. So, anyway, I'll let you read through a little bit of his stuff. I'm not going to go too much into it here. He keeps his post pretty short. I wish he was able to give us more information, but he just gives us as much as he can at the time, because I know he's busy with other stuff. Anyway, as far as he is talking about in the stock market, he points to the fourth or the fifth. It could be a top, a minor one, or it could be a bottom. So it's hard to say. I don't think at this point it's the bottom. I think from my research that he's going to be a little bit off on the actual date there, that I think we're in a fifth wave up in the market, and that it's probably not going to top until maybe next week. I'm guessing maybe Monday the 11th. My guess is around 1571. But his big thing that he is actually pointing to is actually May. In late May, that is when he sees a major top, and he believes, just like I do, that it will be a all-time high. So anyway, I guess I could just continue on since we're only 5 minutes into this. I'll just go into my part of it. Instead of doing 2 videos, I'll just do one. So let's go into the technical analysis of what I'm seeing here in the charts, and we'll just leave it at that, folks. I mean, right now, there's just nothing out there for me to tell you that that we're going to turn here right now. We all know that this market is very, very manipulated, and right now it's a very boring market. Let's just put it at that. It's very boring to see us every single day doing what it's doing. So I'm just going to go with this and just kind of show you what I see here in the market. And I'm going to get my trusty pen out for this. Let's see here if I can't go here and here. Okay, what I am seeing right here, I believe this is a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down. I believe this was a wave 3. I believe this is a wave 4, and I believe we're going up here, and I believe the final target is approximately 1571. Now this is the SPX, by the way. Okay. Now there's also, maybe not so much on this chart, but on the 60-minute chart, there is an inverted head and shoulders that we broke out of, and we did this through a line right here. We broke out of it today around 1522. The measured move on that is from here to here, which is 46 points. You add that to 1522 and you go up, and that's where I get the 1571. So on a, let me get a better color for you here instead of that color. Let's go with blue. And other things that support that, of course, is right here you obviously have a bullish cross here on the MACDs, and you do see a positive on the histogram bars there. It finally went positive. It is going up like this. I know it doesn't have any positive divergence, and yes, this could easily just roll back down just like this. But you and I both know that this market is heavily, heavily manipulated in favor of the bulls. I clearly state that in my post, that it's all about the bulls. It's whenever you see a bullish call, you can almost bet 90% of the time it's going to be accurate. And when you see a bearish pattern, you can say that, you know, it's rarely, I don't know what the percentages are, but it rarely is going to be accurate because they're going to manipulate it. They're not going to let the bearish call stick. So basically, you have that and you have this. Those are your two things. Plus you have this invert head and shoulders here. So let's go look at the shorter term time frame. Well, before we do that, let's go look at the weekly. Let me get that out of the way real quickly here. The weekly here to support this move. Okay. You can see here on the weekly, you kind of got a similar move here. You've got a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. You're in a fifth. You go up there to 1571. You're done. Okay, kind of the same thing, roughly. You're done, and then you go back down. Here on the weekly, you can see kind of the same thing. You've got a. That's not the weekly. I don't know what was wrong with that picture. Okay, let me try that again. I'm sorry. I thought I hit the weekly. I don't know why it looked exactly the same. Okay. Here we go on the weekly. On the weekly chart, you've got this probably being I don't know. I'm not even counting the waves. It's kind of hard to really count these waves, but Is that a 1, a 2, 3? I'm not sure what this is on an Elliott wave. Again, I don't go by that because I still think there's going to be a final high in May. But this is obviously the sideways chop is a bull flag. You should expect it to go up here and make a higher high at some point and then fall back down. And then just on that point, you'd be a 1, a 2, a 3, a sideways 4, and a 5. Just on that. So here you can see it is losing steam, but it has not got a bearish cross yet. So you kind of think it's going to pop a little bit higher, then go down before it tries to make a move back up into May. And I would expect it actually to put in a lower high right there when it does that back in May. So I'm trying to keep this short. Let's get over to the shorter time on the 60-minute chart. You can kind of get the idea of what I was talking about, inverted head and shoulders. It's the same on the 4-hour chart, etc. You can see this is the left shoulder, this is the head, and this is a very weak right shoulder. But the thing to note right here is a line from here to here. You can see we broke out today. What I would expect tomorrow to happen is possibly go up in the morning, hit that double top area right here, and then turn and go back down and back test this line on Tuesday. So that's about 1520. That support line is. And then on Wednesday, curl it back up, and this time take this area out. And that should be like a wave 3 inside of, and you could call that a wave 1, a 2, a 3, then a 4 and a 5 on up to 1571. But the whole move, and this is obviously on the 60-minute chart, but the whole move there would be a fifth wave inside of a fifth wave. And you can see here it does support this here. This has got a bullish cross, but it is losing steam. That's why you think it should go up here. It should come lower than this high here. It should be lower, and that puts in your negative divergence. That means the market's going up higher, like up here, on weaker strength, and then it rolls over after it gets up to that area. So it's exactly the same thing on the other charts, the 60-minute and the 2-hour and 4-hour. So I can do that for you if you want real quick. 4-hour. Oops. Let's see. Go 2-hour. Let's go 4-hour. God dog it. 4-hour. And here, let's go. What the heck is that? Okay. This irritates me when this crap happens to me. Sorry. Went and switched to some other chart on me. Okay. Same kind of thing here, folks. You can see the 4-hour chart still going up. It hasn't even rolled over yet. It's still pointing up. You kind of expect it to go up some more. And on it, you can see the right shoulder, left shoulder, and then you can see the head. Same thing here. 4-hour chart's very important. A lot of folks don't pay a lot of attention to it, but you can see exactly the same thing there. We busted through it, and so you kind of expect to hit some resistance right here at this double top, and boom, and then back down, and then back up for that kind of wave 3. Okay, that's it for the charting. So that's my call on that. Now, let me pull down this for you. And actually, this is what I wanted to show you. And I did a lot of drawing on this just to make fun of this gangster, this Satanist. But you can see this chart right here. We have a Legatus retreat, May the 23rd through the 25th. When it comes to the final high, my call is going to be for May the 22nd. It is a double 11-day because the 22 is obviously 11 because it's a master number. But also, when you add up all the digits, it also equals. It also equals. It also equals 33. Sorry, I'm out of time, and I'm coughing here. So, anyway, that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the blog. See you guys.